Hello students, welcome to my channel MS Maths. So today we are going to learn about the representation of complex number in r theta form. That means trigonometric form. So though you are going to learn about trigonometry in chapter 7, so before we learn anything related to exercise 2.4, we have to learn some basics of trigonometrical ratios, means about trigonometry. And now the formulas, whatever required for this chapter, I will teach you, I will explain you only that part of the trigonometry. Though you are going to get everything in details in chapter 7, but whatever is required for this chapter, I will try to explain, I will try to make you understand which will be used, which will be implemented for this exercise 2.4. So before I go to start this explanation for exercise 2.4, let me introduce about trigonometrical ratios. Trigonometrical ratios. Trigonometrical ratios. That is what you have to learn first. Then only we can do this exercise, or then only you can understand the whatever is there in exercise 2.4. So as we know, in a right angle triangle, this right angle triangle, suppose this diagram may be little, okay, this is a right angle triangle. This right angle triangle is not so nice. Okay, A, B, C is a right angle triangle in which angle B is 90 degree. So now this is a right angle triangle. For this, for means opposite of angle B, opposite of right angle, this side is always called hypotenuse, that we know. And either AB or BC, one will be base and one will be perpendicular. That already you got in lower classes. One will be base, one will be perpendicular. Now with respect to this angle is suppose theta. This theta, you don't have to worry about this theta, because theta is just a Greek letter. Generally we use theta for the measurement of angle in trigonometry. So this is theta, this is called theta, and this is a Greek letter. Like we use x and y like this in equations. Let the age of someone be x years, like that. Let the number be x, like that. X in general maths, in equations we use theta for the measurement of any angle. That means measure of angle C is theta degree. So with respect to this angle BC will be the base. With respect to this angle, opposite to this angle, there is AB. So this is called perpendicular. Okay. With respect to this angle, the touching line segment will be called base, because with this angle CB is touched. AB is not touched with this angle, so this is perpendicular. For this angle, suppose alpha is also Greek letter. For this angle, means with respect to angle alpha, AB is not perpendicular. With respect to angle alpha, this is touching line, so this is called base, and this will be called perpendicular. So with respect to this angle, as we know, this is not related to trigonometry, but that is a common sense. That related to this angle, with respect to this angle, this will be called base. Respect to this angle, this will be called perpendicular. Base, perpendicular. I hope you are clear about base and perpendicular. Now, with respect to this right angle triangle, there are 6 ratios. 6 ratios in trigonometry. There are only 6 ratios. in trigonometry, which you will be getting always in future also. You will get always 6 ratios only. Only 6 ratios, not other than that. So now we will learn only 3 ratios for this chapter. For this exercise 2.4, only we will learn 6 ratios of this from this right angle triangle. Now, since we are going to get 3 trigonometrical ratios, then first of all let us see how to write this, how to get the trigonometrical ratios. So there is one popular sentence: some people have curly brown hair turned permanently black. Some people have curly brown hair turned permanently black. Some people have, there was curly brown hair, so they have coated some paint, after that it becomes permanently black. So this sentence you have to learn by heart for trigonometry. Preliminary trigonometry starts from this sentence. This sentence is funny sentence, but you have to learn this. From this only we can start to learn by heart, start to remember trigonometrical ratios. Trigonometrical ratios are there, so we have to pick up the first letter of each word. First letter of each word. S. So from sum, S we have taken, which is called sin or sine. This is with respect to this angle, we are going to find out 3 ratios. With respect to which angle? Theta. So sine of theta. This is a trigonometrical word, trigonometrical term, sine, or sometimes somebody says sin also. Anyway, sine theta is equal to P by H sine S. From sum, S taken becomes sin. From people, P came. From have, H came. Next, C is called cos theta. Cos of theta, cosine of theta, or shortly you can say. Those things you will get in our chapter 7. Cos theta. From curly, C is taken, which is cos. Brown hair, B by H. Next, T. Turned, T is taken, which is converted into tan theta. Tan of theta. For theta, tan. P, B. P, B. This is what we have to learn. Look here. Some people have curly brown hair turned permanently black. This is the preliminary part of trigonometry. This sine, cos, tan, they are the terms of trigonometry. They are the ratios of trigonometry. Why it is called ratios? Because this is a fraction. We know ratios and fraction same thing. If it is 1 by 2, we can write 1:2. This is called, this fraction is also called ratio because we can write this way. Now, sin theta is equal to P by H. P means perpendicular. H means hypotenuse. Hypotenuse always AC, we know that. AC is the hypotenuse, whatever be the base or perpendicular. Opposite of 90 degree, whatever side is there, that is hypotenuse. Cos theta, B by H. B means base, H means hypotenuse. Tan theta is equal to perpendicular by base. Perpendicular by base. Now let us write the sides directly. Sin theta. Let me tell you again, this is sin or sine, cos, tan. 3 more are there. For time being, that those 3 are not required. Only total 6 I have told you already. 6 ratios are there, so you have to learn about 3 for time being. Sin theta p by, with respect to theta, what is perpendicular and what is hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is always AC. Hypotenuse is AC. Perpendicular is AB. Base is BC. Hypotenuse is AC. Perpendicular is AB and base is BC. So from this right angle triangle we have got three trigonometrical ratios. So sin theta is equal to perpendicular by hypotenuse. Some people have. Cos theta equals to B by H, curly brown hair. Tan theta is equal to P by B, turned permanently black. So this is what you have to learn. Otherwise you may forget P by B, P by A. There will be so many confusion. Sin theta is P by H or B by H. So those confusion, in order to avoid those confusion, we have, somebody has, this one produced this sentence. From this only we also learn in our school life. Now, since with respect to this we have understood which is base, which is perpendicular, but with respect to this we will see now. This is a right angle triangle. In this right angle triangle, if it is 40 degree, so this is 90 degree surely, because it is a right angle triangle. If it is 40 degree, surely this will be 50 degree, because 40 plus 50, 90 degree, 90 plus 90 is 180 degrees. So the sum of three angles of a, the sum of all the angles or three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So between these two, anyone if we know, we can find out other one, because the sum of these two angles will be always 90 degree. If it is 40, this will be 90 minus 40. Then it becomes 50. If it is 30, this will be 60, because 90 minus 30. If it is theta, what will be this? 90 minus theta. 90 minus theta. So if it is theta, this will be 90 minus theta. I hope you understand. If it is 40, to find out this, we will subtract 90 minus 40. If it is x, 90 minus x. If it is y, 90 minus y. If it is theta, it will be 90 minus theta. Now, this right angle triangle, let me draw again. A, B, C. This is H. This is 90 minus theta or alpha. Alpha or 90. What is the value of alpha? This is theta, this is alpha. Alpha is 90 minus theta. Now with respect to this is base, this is perpendicular. With respect to this angle, this will be base and this will be perpendicular. I hope you understand. With angle theta, CB is touching, so BC is base. With angle alpha, AB is touching, so AB will be base. That is what you have to learn. So with respect to theta, we have found three trigonometrical ratios. Now with respect to alpha also we will find out the three trigonometrical ratios. Sin alpha is equal to, some people have. What is people? People means perpendicular. For this angle, AB is base, BC is perpendicular. BC will write now. BC is perpendicular. H is of course AC always. Then now cos, this is cos. Now for cos alpha, cos is B by H, but brown hair. So brown means base. For this angle, AB is base. So let us write AB. H is always AC. Tan alpha, permanently black. P is BC. AB is the base. So I hope you understand. With respect to theta, we have got three trigonometrical ratios. With respect to alpha, we have got three another trigonometrical ratios, but conditions are same. Now, BC by AC, we will find somewhere here also. BC by AC. Here BC by AC is how much? Cos theta. So BC by AC equals to cos theta. AB by AC. AB by AC. Sin theta. Sin theta. BC by AB. Now tan alpha is equal to, this one we don't need now. This one we don't need now. This one we will learn later on in chapter 7. So what we have understood? Sin alpha equals to cos theta, cos alpha equals to sin theta. That means sin of this angle is equal to cos of this angle. Cos of this angle is equal to sin of this angle. This is what we have learned. Sin alpha cos theta. Cos alpha sin theta. Let me repeat. For this chapter, we are going to learn 3 trigonometrical ratios which you are going to get in details in chapter 7. But for time being, we are going to learn 3. What are the 3? Those 3: sin, cos, tan. With respect to angle theta, so we write sin theta, cos theta, tan theta. With respect to x, then we will write sin x, cos x, tan x. With respect to 30 degree, then we write sin 30, cos 30, tan 30. Theta means any amount of, any measure of degree, any measure of degree. Theta. Alpha means any measure of degree. But theta and alpha, if we add, then we will get always 90 degree. That is what you have to learn preliminary part for trigonometry, from trigonometry. Okay. So please pause the video and learn it properly. Whatever I have told, please listen again and learn properly. Now we have to know some value. Before we go to find out some value, let me explain about pi. We get some of the angles 180, 60 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree. These angles we have to learn to write in radian form. Radian. This is degree form. Degree form, and this will be in radian form. These are the two forms. One more is there, so that is not required now. These are the two forms of expressing the angle, measurement of angle. To express the measure of angle in two forms. One is in degree form, that we are familiar with that. Second one we are going to learn. So 180 means we say pi. You have got already this letter, pi. Pi means 180 degree. The value of pi is always 180 degree. This is in radian form, this is in degree form. What is 60? 60 will be pi by 3, 30 will be pi by 6, and 45 degree will be pi by 45. How? Pi means how much? 180 degree. I have told you. 180 degree, if you divide by 3, you will get 60. This is 60. 180 if you divide by 6, you will get 30. This is 30. 180 if you divide by 45, you will get, this is pi by 4. Pi by means 180 by 4. If we divide 180 by 4, you will get 45 degree. So this is what you have to learn. So this one you understood, I think. Pi means 180 degree, remember that. One more is there, 90 degree. 90 degree is pi by 2. Because 180 if you divide by 2, you will get 90 degree. 90 degree, 180 degree, 60, 30, 45. This is what you have to learn. Learn beforehand so that it will be easy in chapter 7. Now, as I have shown here, sin, cos, tan, we don't need to, for time being, we don't need sin of any degree, cos of any degree, but we need tan theta, tan of 30 degree, tan of 45 degree, tan of 60 degree. These 3 values will be needed for this chapter. For sin 30 degree, we don't need now. Cos 45 degree, we don't need now. But for tan, we need. So that is why you have to learn that tan 30 degree, value of tan 30 degree we have to learn, tan 45 degree we have to learn, and tan 60 degree we have to learn. Tan 30 degree, 45 degree and 60 degree we have to learn. The value of tan 30 degree is 1 by root 3. Value of tan 60 degree is root 3 by 1, means root 3 only. Tan 45 degree is 1. These are the values you have to learn which will be needed. Tan 30 degrees 1 by root 3. So I will explain little. This is right angle triangle. This is theta. Tan theta is equal to P by B. Turn permanently black. This is 90 degree. So with respect to this theta, this is perpendicular, this is base. So what we have got, tan 30 degree. Tan 30 degrees equal to, we have got 1 by root 3. That means what? P is 1, B is 1 by root, sorry, only root 3. P is 1, B is root 3. So what is the measure of AB? 1. So 1. What is the measure of base? Root 3. So tan 30 degree is 1 by root 3. This is the meaning. You will get in large in details in chapter 7. But just I have shown you how it is 1 by root 3. Measure of AB will be 1 and BC will be root 3. So tan 30 degree is 1 by root 3. This is what you have to learn. So these are the values you have to learn. Then only you can do this exercise. Now for any complex number, we know mode of z is equal to square root of a square plus b square, which we already got in previous video, previous exercise. We have got this mode of, means modulus of z is square root of a square plus b square. This one can be shown in the diagram, that is page number 67. Page number 67, that mode is already explained. You please check figure number 2.7, page number 67. Page number 67. Please see again. Then you will understand this. If you have forgotten, please check it. Now in this diagram, in this part about this modulus, we have also got in this page number 75, figure number 2.8, there is one diagram. So that is in argon plane. Already these things are explained. This is origin. P is a point, that is x comma y. What is the meaning? I already explained. Here to here distance is x. Here to here distance is y. This distance is for x. This distance is for y. And this is modulus of z. OP. That means what? Hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular, means Pythagoras theorem. Already you got. But in here we denote this mode of z will be by r, the letter r. Okay, this is r. Now this one leave it now. What is this? This is r. This is r. R means what? R means mode of z. R means what? Square root of a square plus b square. If it is x plus iy, then we will have x square plus y square. According to complex number, we will write this, that you know. So this is not required now. Okay. Okay. Now this is R. How much is this? X. How much is this? Y. I hope this one you understand, because already I explained it. Now as we have learned, so this is the angle theta. This is the angle theta. With respect to this angle theta, let us write this one PM. This is M. With respect to this angle theta, this is base, this is perpendicular. Perpendicular and base is clear to all of you. Now we will go to find out the sine of theta, cos of theta, and after later on we will go to tan theta. Okay. Sine of theta is equal to, some people have cos of theta is equal to brown hair, curly brown hair. Why I repeat? Because you can understand, you can take it in your brain, make it simple. With respect to theta, this is base, this is perpendicular. Base is x, perpendicular is y. So sine theta equal to perpendicular. Perpendicular is y. H is r, hypotenuse. This is r. Why it is r? Suppose we have, everywhere we can take a point P, here P, like this. Already I explained you, it's a circle. It's a circle, so this is radius. For this right angle triangle, this is hypotenuse. For the circle, it is radius. That is why r is taken for hypotenuse. If P is here, then this will be r. So like this, if it is here, this will be r. So this one already explained. So I don't want to explain again. And previous video it was explained. So you can check it yourself again. This one already I explained. So why it is r? Cos theta is b by h. Base is x. H is r. Now let us write this one again. Sin theta is equal to y by r. Or we can write y is equal to r sin theta. Just cross multiplication. Here 1 is there, y into 1 is 1, sin theta into r is r sin theta. This one let us write again. Cos theta is equal to x by r. So we can write x equals to r cos theta. We have got the value of y here. In term of trigonometrical ratio, we have got the value of x here in term of trigonometrical ratios. In trigonometric form, we have got the value of x and y. That means value of this and value of this we have got. That means here we can write now. Here we can write what we can write. Here we can write now. X is r cos theta, comma y sin theta. We can r sin theta. X is r cos theta, y is y sin theta. Now this formation we will write again. Suppose this is x plus I y, then mode of z will be x square plus y square. Same thing, a plus ib, because I have found here y and x, so I have changed this one. So z equals to x plus I y. Now z is equal to x. What is x? R cos theta. X is r cos theta plus I. What is y? Y is r sin theta. R sin theta. This can be written, z is equal to, r can be taken common, r within bracket cos theta plus I sin theta. This is another form of complex number. Z is equal to x plus iy. This is a standard form of complex number. Now z is equal to r cos theta plus I r sin theta. This is also another form of complex number which is called polar form. Polar form of complex number. When cos sine, these trigonometrical ratios will be present in complex number, that formation is called polar form of complex number. This is what you have to learn. What we have got just now, this one. Z equals to R cos theta plus I sin theta. Now, here R we can find out. How can we find out R? R, this one already I have shown. If it is x, then x is square, this is y. R is equal to x square plus y square. If we know the value of x, if we know the value of y, we can find out R. Now we have to know the value of theta also. Theta means this is the angle. How to find out the value of this theta? This theta, if we want to find out, we will have to go to tan theta. Turn permanently black. P by B. P is perpendicular. Y. X. Base is X. If we know the value of Y and value of X, then we will get the value of tan theta. Suppose Y is 3, X also 3. Then 3 by 3. What? 1. Tan theta is equal to how much you have got? 1. Tan theta is equal to, suppose this distance is 3, this distance also 3. Suppose I am saying. Then in place of y we will put 3, in place of x we will put 3 by 3, 1. Tan theta is equal to 1 we have got. Now therefore, theta is equal to 45 degree. Tan 45 degree is equal to 1. We have learned already. Tan 45 degree is equal to 1. So tan theta equals to 1 means what? Tan 45 degree equals to 1. Therefore theta equals to 45 degree. Tan 45 degree is equals to 1. Tan theta is equal to 1. Tan 45 degree equals to 1. So in place of theta, what is theta? 45 degree. Therefore theta equals to 45 degree or pi by 4. 45 degree, pi by 4. Already this one I explained. Pi by 4. Pi means 180. 180 if you divide by 4, you will get 45 degree. You have to get this one, not this one. While using trigonometry or angle of theta in this chapter, we have to use pi. So how to find? So we have got theta. So if we know the value of r, if we know the value of theta, then we can find out the value of z, means complex number. Now, sin 30 degree, cos 30 degree, and tan of course not needed. Tan already is shown. Tan already found. Sin of 60 degree, cos of 60 degree, then sin of 45 degree and cos of 45 degree. This also you have to learn the value. Sin 30 degree is 1 by 2, cos 30 degree is root 3 by 2. Sin 60 degree is root 3 by 2, cos 60 degree is 1 by 2. Sin 45 degree is 1 by root 2, cos 45 degree also 1 by root 2. Same value. So this one also you have to learn. Sometimes it will be needed. Sin 30 degree and cos 60 degree value is same. Cos 30 degree and sin 60 degree value is same. So you have to remember this. Sometimes it will be required to put the value. When it is required, suppose the value of theta you have got 45 degree. Now cos 45 degree, you have to find out the value. So this is what you have to learn. One thing I forgot. When we found this theta, r, we have understood what is r. What is theta? Theta is called argument or amplitude. Shortly, argument of theta or amplitude of theta. Same thing. Argument theta, argument of z, sorry. argument of z or implement argument of the complex number. Argument of this complex number means finding theta. Amplitude of this complex number means finding theta. Argument means you have to find out the value of theta. Amplitude of z means amplitude of the complex number means you have to find out the value of theta. This is amplitude and argument. So what we have got? Z is equal to, suppose, x plus iy. In the polar form, z is equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. R is equal to mod of z, square root of, this one already you got. Theta is equal to tan, to find out theta, wait. If you want to find the argument of z, then we have to find out theta. Theta we have to find out. To find out theta, we will go to this formula. Tan theta equals to y by x. Why y by x? Tan theta is p by b, perpendicular by base, y by x. Perpendicular is y, base is x. Here in this formula I have written mode. Why it is mode? Let me tell you. Suppose here it is minus 4 comma 3. 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3. This is p. Here if we do, this is y and this is x. This side counting is minus x. Suppose this is minus 4 now. But we will not use minus. Why? Because when we find out some measurement, whether you measure right hand side or left hand side, meaning is same. While finding measurement, I am saying, suppose from here till that wall it is 5 meter. From here till that also 5 meter. So plus 5 meter length will be same, minus 5 meter also length will be same. So while going for length or distance, then we always use positive. That is why this mode of x, y written, this will be always positive. In place of y, suppose minus 4, this will be 4 only. Here in place of x, minus 4. So here you have to write minus 4. So modulus is used to get it positive. Modulus is used only to get positive, there is nothing else. Distance will be, here the coordinate, the point is negative and positive, but distance is positive always. Distance is always positive. Whether you count upward, downward, left side, right side, distance will be always positive. We don't say that from Dhokohana to Guwahati, from A to B. From A to B, distance is 10 km. A to C also 10 km. A is the middle point. From A to B 10 km, A to C. We don't say minus 10 km. Even if we say minus 10 km, it is 10 km only. Plus 10 km means 10 km. For minus 10 km, distance will not be different. It will be same. So this is what I hope you understand what I want to explain you. Okay, that is why mode is written. So to find out the value of theta, we have to use tan theta equals to mode of y by mode of x. This is what we have just now learned. Now there is one condition, whatever theta, that value should be always in between something. That I will write you now here just now. The value will be always minus pi theta minus 2 pi, I think. Sorry, only pi. Only pi. Only pi. That means minus 180 degree theta 180 degree. The value of theta will be always greater than minus 180 degree, and value of theta will be always less than 180 degree or equal to 180 degree, meaning theta is always less than minus 180 degree. Theta will be always, sorry, greater than, theta will be always greater than minus 180 degree, and theta is always less than 180 degree. If you, by mistake, if you get minus 270 degree, suppose minus 270 degree, will it be correct? Minus 270 is not greater than minus 180. Minus 270 is smaller than minus 180 degree. Suppose you have got minus 120 degree. Yes, this is correct. Because minus 120 degree is greater than minus 180. Suppose you have got 200 degree. Suppose theta is less than equal to 180 degree. Theta is less than 180. If you get 200 degree, that will be wrong. If you get 180 degree, that is correct. Because less than equal to 180. If you get 160 degree, yes, that is correct. So whatever the value of theta, this should be between this. Now, I will show you now 4 diagrams. Now there is a point P here. P. Here to here, a line segment is drawn. Already x-axis is there. X-axis is there, but P I have taken a point. So from O to P, a line segment is drawn. Here P is there. O to P, one line segment is drawn. Here P is there. O to P, one line segment is drawn. O. Here P is there. O to P, one line segment is drawn. Look here now. Here OP and OX, I have done OX. I have done again OP. So OP is on OX only. So now we have to find out the value of theta. This OP is forming an angle with OX. How much? 0. If it is OP here, instead of this place, P is here suppose. I have taken a P point here and OP is joined. This is the angle formed by OP with OX. That will be 30 degree, maybe 45 degree, whatever it is. But if OP is here itself, then OP will be, theta will be 0. In this case, theta will be 0 degree. In this case. I hope you understand. Why we are finding theta? Because theta is related to polar form of complex number. When the points are on x-axis, right side, left side, when the point P is upward and downward on y-axis, what will be the value of theta? And at the same time, you have to remember this also. If P is here now, before P is here, from here it has moved this much. So what is the degree? 90 degree. So theta will be here 90 degree. Or we can write this way also, pi by 2, 180 by 2. So from here it has moved, OP was here, now in second diagram here, now it has come here. That means here to here movement is there. So this is 180 degree. So here theta will be 180 degree. Now one thing I forgot to say, this is called anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise. This is called clockwise. When an angle moves towards anti-clockwise, then it will be always positive. When it is clockwise, it will be always negative. So everywhere This is on the x-axis only. This is moved anti-clockwise. If you see the wall clock at your home, see the hands of the clocks are always moving this way. This way. This is clockwise. But here it will be negative. This is anti-clockwise. It will be positive. Anti-clockwise, positive. Anti-clockwise, positive. Now in this case, when it has come here, we cannot move this way. Why? How much? 90 plus 90 plus 90, total 270 degree. But theta should be less than equal to 180. Theta is less than 180, but it is 270. So this condition does not exist. That is why this angle will not move this way. This OP will move this way. This OP has moved this way and it has come here. This OP has moved here. I hope you understand. Moved clockwise, so it is negative. So here to here 90 degree only. So it will be here theta is equal to minus 90 degree. Remember that. This movement, why can't we do? Because it becomes 270 degree. But theta is always greater than minus 180 degree and less than 180 or equal to 180. It cannot be 200. Already I explained. It cannot be 270. So this way movement is not allowed. So that is why we have moved here this way, and which will be negative. This is positive, positive, positive. This is negative. So I hope you understand. When the point is on x-axis toward right hand side, then the value of theta will be 0. When point is on y-axis, means positive y-axis, this is upper side is positive y-axis, then the value of theta will be pi by 2 or 90 degree. When the point P is on negative x-axis, this side is negative, then the value of theta will be 180 degree. When the point P is on negative y-axis, then the value of theta will be minus 90 degree. This is what we have to remember. So what we have learned just now, if the point is on axis, 4 points on different axes, 4 parts are there, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have learned if the points are on x-axis and y-axis, what will be the value of theta. Now we will learn if the point is in first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant, then what will be the value of theta. This one we will see later on. Okay. Y dash, x dash. So this is the diagram, 4 diagrams. Why? Because 4 quadrant. If a point is, now we will try to find out the value of theta in different points of different quadrant. If a point is here P, this is OP now. So this is the angle formed, which is alpha. This is alpha. Now this alpha we can find out directly because it is always positive already. Okay, in the first quadrant, tan alpha, if we want to find out P by base, perpendicular, this is perpendicular, this is base, so this will be positive, this will be positive. So whatever we get, the value of alpha and theta same. For OP, angle is alpha. For the right angle triangle, angle is theta. Try to understand what I am saying. For the line segment OP, angle is alpha because OP forms an angle alpha with OX. And for the right angle triangle, this is theta. But alpha and theta both are same. So in this case, in the first case, if it is first quadrant, then alpha and theta equal. Now the point is in second quadrant. Try to learn properly what I want to explain. Now OP is here in second quadrant. Second quadrant. Now this is, what is this? That is theta. But this is alpha. Let me tell you. Now this is the angle formed by OP with OX, but we cannot draw this way perpendicular. This way perpendicular we cannot draw, so we will draw perpendicular here. So we will try to find out alpha now. Whatever it is, how to find out alpha now? Alpha is equal to how much? Look here. Just see very carefully. Here to here how much? 180. Here to here total 180. This is minus alpha. We want to get theta. Theta, how much is theta? Theta is pi minus 180 minus alpha. Look here. Here to here how much? 180. Here to here how much? Alpha. From 180, if you subtract this much, you will get theta. So theta is equal to 180 minus alpha, or theta is equal to pi minus alpha, or alpha is equal to pi minus theta. Same thing. Minus alpha comes this side alpha, theta goes this side minus theta. Thing is same. So what we have got here, this one I think you have understood. Theta is equal to pi minus alpha. Theta is equal to pi minus alpha. Okay. Now here, now first quadrant, second quadrant, now third quadrant. Now this is OP. Here this is alpha. Now here this is alpha. This is right angle triangle. Now actually how much is this? Here to here 180. Here to here suppose 30. Suppose I am saying 30. 180 plus 30 is 210. 210 is not allowed because it is greater than 180 degree. So what we will do? We will move from here to here. Here to here. This is theta. This way we cannot go for any movement because it becomes more than 180 degree, which is not allowed. Now this one movement is arrow. Please see very carefully arrow mark, how I have put the arrow mark. This way arrow mark, this way arrow mark. To form this angle, this is the movement. For OP, because it came this side. So before it was OP here. It has come here. So its movement is this side. So this is alpha. But to find out this theta with x-axis, this is the angle formed by OP. We have to find out this theta. So to find out this theta, look here very carefully. Theta is equal to here how much? minus 180, because movement is clockwise. Clockwise movement. Clockwise movement. And here to here 180, and this one. This one how much? Plus alpha, because it is positive. Anti-clockwise. Plus alpha. Or we can add minus pi plus alpha. So while in third quadrant and second quadrant, you have to learn properly. In second quadrant, pi minus alpha. In third quadrant, minus pi. Total is my pi 180 degree, but movement is in clockwise, so minus pi. This one is plus alpha, so written plus alpha. Minus pi plus alpha. So this one and this one very importantly you have to learn. Third quadrant finished. Now fourth quadrant. This is easy only. P, this one is theta. In first quadrant, alpha and theta equal. Here also, if it is 30 degree, alpha also 30 degree. But, here is but. Why there is but? Because movement is clockwise, this side. So theta will be equal to minus alpha. Here theta is equal to alpha. Alpha is the same thing. Theta equals to alpha, alpha theta, because it is positive side. This side. Arrow mark this side. So alpha equals to theta, or theta equals to alpha, same thing. But here theta will be equals to minus alpha, because movement is this side. If it is 30 degree, theta will be minus 30 degree. So these three are the condition. Theta equals to minus alpha. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the conditions you have to learn. You have to understand. Main importantly this one. Let me explain this one again. This one alpha. This is right angle triangle. Here to here, see movement is this way, clockwise. So minus pi or minus 180. This is what I want to try to you explain. This is alpha plus alpha. Why? Because movement is anti-clockwise. Because P has moved this way. So this one just written here. No need to read again. Representation of complex number r theta form, which is called polar form. Or r comma theta form, means in the complex number r is present, theta is present. That is why it is called polar form. So z, mode of z is square root of x square plus y square is the modulus that already got POM theta. That is what written here. There is nothing else. So this one already I explained. Cos theta is equals to x by r. Sin theta is equal to y by r. So this one we have got this one in polar form. He is called trigonometrical form or polar form. We will use the word, this term, polar form. Theta is called argument or amplitude of z. Theta is called amplitude of z. Amplitude of the complex number. What is z? Z is r cos theta plus I sin theta. When you find out theta, it is called amplitude of z or argument of z. Anyone can be used. That you will use according to question. This is an example, just simple example. R equals to given √2 and theta is equal to pi by 4. We have to write complex number in this form. R cos theta plus I sin theta. This is the polar form. So in place of r given √2 cos theta, cos pi by 4 plus I sin theta means pi by 4. So pi by 4. So √2 cos pi by 4 means actually 45 degree. 180 if you divide by, we don't have to learn by heart. Pi means 1, that much you have to know. Pi, 180 if you divide by 4, you will get 45 degree. I sin 45 degree. So √2 cos 45 degree, value is 1 by √2, I 1 by √2. This way you can just modification can be done here. Root 2, and here we can take root 2 LCM, 1 plus I into 1, same thing, root 2 cancel, so 1 plus I is the answer, 1 plus I hope you understand. Just value of R is given, theta is given, you have to put the value. This value I have already told you to learn, that is why I have told you to learn. This value also is required. Here sin 30 degree, sin 60, cos 60, sin 45, cos 45, already I explained in page number 2. Page number 2, please repeat yourself at home. Okay, this one I already explained. Figure number 2.9, whatever just now I explained, that is what given. Here you see theta, this one, this way movement, why it is done, already I explained. This is the table made for number 1. X means first quadrant. Look here. If the point is here, surely this x comma y, whatever the value, that will be greater than 0 and greater than y. X is greater than 0, y also greater than 0. So whenever you see x is greater than 0, y is greater than 0, that means the point is in first quadrant. That means x is positive, y is positive, that will be surely in first quadrant. In that case, we get, what do we get? Theta will be greater than 0 and theta will be less than pi by 2. That means in all 90 degree. Theta will be greater than 0 and less than 90 degree, because here suppose this one, this is the line, no OP. So this will be suppose 60 degree. So this is surely greater than 0 and this will be surely less than 90 degree, because it is 90 degree, this one 90 degree. So it will be less than 90 degree. So this way number 2, number 3, number 4. Let us see number 4. Number 4, x is greater than 0, y is less than 0. X is greater than 0 means positive, y is less than 0 means negative. When we get plus minus, it will be in fourth quadrant. Minus pi by 2, that means minus 90 degree. Theta will be greater than minus 90 and less than 0 degree. Fourth quadrant. This one, whatever value we get here, suppose 30 degree. Suppose this value is 30 degree. If it is 30 degree, that means what? Minus 30 degree. Remember that movement is downward, means clockwise. So it is minus 30 degree. Minus 30 degree is greater than minus 90 degree. Theta means minus 30 degree. Minus 30 is greater than minus 90 degree. Minus 30 is smaller than 0 degree. So whatever value we get in fourth quadrant, this condition applies. This is what already I explained. So just for you can understand by looking that. So this one already I explained. Second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. Now example. Determine the modulus and amplitude of each of the complex number. You have to find out modulus and you have to find out amplitude. Suppose z is equal to here 3i. Z is equal to, we can write 0 plus I dot 3, a plus ib form. Now directly modulus. Modulus very simple, 0 square plus 3 square. 3 square is 9 equals to 3. So modulus is 3. That means R. R is equal to 3. Modulus of Z or R, same meaning. That already I explained. Now you have to find out also amplitude. Amplitude, like this you have to write. Amplitude of Z. What is Z? 0 plus 3i or I3. Amplitude of Z. To find out amplitude of Z, we have to find out tan theta actually. But here it is 0 already, so you don't have to go directly. We see what is the order pair? 0, 3. So 0, 3. Oh, where it will be 0, 3? 0, 3 means it is on y-axis. This is 0, 3. It is y-axis. If a point lies on y-axis, then already I explained. Here, if it is y-axis, theta equals to pi by 2. or 90 degree. So we don't have to go for tan theta. Tan we don't have to apply, because if it is on y-axis, we know. If it is x-axis, if negative x-axis, if negative y-axis, theta is minus 90 degree. This one already we have got. So we don't have to find out. Directly we can find out amplitude of z equals to 90 degree or pi by 2. This is pi by 2. Directly you can write. If 1 is 0, any one of that 0, either x is 0 or y is 0, then we can find out directly the value of theta, means amplitude of z. Number 2, minus 4i, which can be written z equals to 0 plus I into minus 4. So what is the order pair? 0, minus 4. It will be here. P is here. If it is down y-axis, then already we have learned minus 90 degree or minus pi by 2. I already explained in page number 2. Then number 3. Number 3, minus 7. Z equals to minus 7 plus 0 dot I. Here I have not found Z. Sorry, what is called modulus. Modulus can be found yourself. Already you learned. So I am not going to do modulus again and again. I will do only the amplitude of Z. Amplitude of Z we are going to find. Amplitude of Z we will write directly here, because 1 is 0. What is the point? Minus, the order pair will be minus 7, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 0 is here only. So this side we have counted. Theta is 180. So this is 180 degree, or we can write directly pi. This one I already explained, so I don't want to explain again. You can go back to the pages and pause the video and you can learn it again. You can see it again. Number 4. 1 plus root 3 I. Z equals to. Let Z equals to 1 plus root 3 I. Now what is the point? 1 comma root 3. Here neither x is 0 nor y is 0. So here we have to find out tan. Here we have to find out tan theta. This is number 4. Here we have to find out tan theta. Now I will show you in diagram. Then only you will understand. Both positive. So it will be surely in first quadrant. Let us take this point here only. This way, this way. So this is x, this is y, as we know already. 1 comma root 3. This is base, this is perpendicular, this is theta. So tan theta is turned permanently black. P is y. Y how much? X comma y. Y is root 3. Base is x. X is how much? 1 root 3. Okay. What is when the value of tan theta we get? Tan 60 degrees root 3. In place of theta, what we have written? Tan 60 degree. In place of theta, 60 degree. So theta is equal to 60 degree or pi by 3. Pi is 180. 180 by 3 is 60 degree. So this is the answer. I hope you understand this. When either of 0, either x or y, anyone is 0, we can write the value of theta directly. How? Here I explain. P is here, here, here and here. If here already this one we have done, this one theta is 180 degree, theta is minus 90 degree. If it on the axis, then number 5. Number 5. Number 5, minus 1 plus root 3i. Minus, so z equals to minus 1 plus root 3i. So what is the order pair? Minus 1 comma root 3. Which quadrant? Which quadrant? Second quadrant. Minus plus. Minus plus. Second quadrant. Second quadrant. Here. This point is here. This is second quadrant. Anyway, so this way right angle triangle. So we will have to go to 10. Modulus we will not find out. This is x, this is y. Always inside the bracket, whatever value is the first one is for x, second one is for y. So we don't have to think that tan theta is equal to p by b, perpendicular by base. So with respect to this angle theta, whatever it is perpendicular, this is base, this is perpendicular. That means this is base x, y. Base perpendicular. Base is x, this is y. So always you will get modulus of y, modulus of x. Always we don't have to see the diagram. Tan theta equals to mod of y by mod of x. Mod of y, mod of x. So mod of root 3 is root 3. Mod of minus 1 is 1 equals to root 3. Equals to root 3. So root 3 is how much? Already you have got tan 60 degrees root 3. Tan 60 degrees equal to root 3. That means in place of theta what we have got? Theta equals to 60 degree, or we can write amplitude of z equals to pi by 3. 60 degree can be written as pi by 3. That already we know. Number 6. Number 6. Minus 1 minus I. Z is equal to minus 1 minus I. That means minus 1 comma minus 1. Third quadrant, whatever quadrant. This is x, this is y. Modulus of z you can find out yourself. Now tan theta. Tan theta is equal, directly you can mod of y by mod of x. Nothing to think. Just write the formula. Mod of y, mod of minus 1. X also minus 1. So 1 by 1 equals to 1. Tan how many degree is 1? Tan 45 degree is equal to 1. So theta is equal to 45 degree. Therefore, theta is equal to 45 degree or pi by 4. 180 if you divide by 4, you will get 45 degree. Or you can write amplitude of z is equal to pi by 4. This is the answer. Number 7. 7 is there or not? Yes, 7 is there. 7. Z equals to 1 minus I think. 1 minus I, yes. So 1 comma minus 1. 1 minus 1. X, y. So tan theta is equal to mod of y by mod of x. Mod of minus 1 by mod of 1. So 1 only. So here also tan 45 degree. So same thing. Example number 2. Represent the complex number z equals to minus 2 minus 2i. So whenever you get like this, you always like this order pair. Afterwards you see what is there. In the polar form, we have to write this complex number in polar form. That means cos and sine you have to use. We have to know the value of r and theta. This is x, this is y. R means x square plus y square, means modulus of z, minus 2 square plus minus 2 square. It is 4 plus 4 equals to 8 equals to 2 root 2. This calculation I am not going to explain. This one you know. We have got the value of r. Now we are going to find out the value of theta. For theta, what we will do? Tan theta is equal to mod of y by mod of x. Mod of y. Both are root minus 2 only. So 2 by 2 equals to 1. Therefore, theta equals to 45 degree or pi by 4. Anyone? Here what is it? Then pi by 4 only. Now we have got the value of theta. Now we have to see where theta exists. In which quadrant theta is there. Now theta. We have got only the value of theta, but theta is not in first quadrant. We have to see now that. Look here. Both minus minus, so point is here. This one. Sorry, this one. This point is here. That means third quadrant. Third quadrant. Let us go back. Third quadrant. Theta equals to minus alpha. It is be minus whatever, that means minus 45 degree. We will get minus 40 because sorry, third quadrant. I am sorry. Third quadrant is minus pi plus alpha. Alpha minus pi plus pi by 4 or minus 180 degree plus 45. It is third quadrant. This one I already explained in page number 8. Look at this, page number 8. Please go back and learn this one. See this one, what is done. So theta is equal to minus 180 plus alpha or minus 180 plus 45 because we have got alpha or theta, same thing. Third quadrant. Third quadrant is minus 180 plus 45 degree. We have got theta is 45 degree. So or we can add minus pi plus pi by 4. This is actually, we should write here alpha. Alpha. We will find the theta now only. Theta is equal to minus pi plus alpha. Alpha we have got 45 degree or pi by 4. We will use pi by 4 because it will take, you can get easily the calculation. Calculation can be done easily. Minus pi plus pi by 4 means 45 degree. You have got alpha 45 degree. 4 LCM minus 4 pi plus pi minus 3 pi by 4. This is the value of theta. Now we will write polar form. Polar form. Z is equal to R cos theta plus I sin theta. R is 2 root 2. We have got the value of R, it is 2 root 2. Cos theta. Cos theta is minus 3 pi by 4 plus I sin theta is minus 3 pi by 4. This one. This is the answer. Property. Property is related to amplitude or argument of a complex number. Property number 1. Amplitude of Z bar equals to minus amplitude of Z. Property number 2. Amplitude of Z1 into Z2 is equal to amplitude of Z1 plus amplitude of Z2. Number 3. Amplitude of Z1 by Z2 is equal to amplitude of Z1 minus amplitude of Z2. These are the 3 properties, means formula. This one you don't have to go for the explanation and all. That will take time and it will no use now, because just to apply only. Or you can see the explanation yourself. That means what is the meaning? Amplitude of Z bar. Suppose Z is equal to x plus iy. So Z bar will be x minus iy. Suppose amplitude of this you have got pi by 4. Suppose amplitude of Z bar we have got pi by 4 or 45 degree. Then it will be equal to minus amplitude of Z. This one suppose you have got pi by 3. Suppose amplitude of Z is pi by 3, amplitude of Z bar is pi by 4. So what? Pi by 4 is equal to minus pi by 3. Minus pi by 3. This is what is shown here, but this is not exactly like this. So just for example I have shown you. You may get different value. So if the amplitude of 2 complex number multiplied, then amplitude of first complex number plus amplitude of second complex number. If division, then subtract. Multiplication is added, division is subtracted. So there are some examples. property number 2, property number 3. Okay, this one you can see. Example number 1. Z is equal to 1 plus I given. If the amplitude of complex number Z is 45 degree, amplitude of Z equals to 45 degree given. What is Z? 1 plus I. What is the amplitude of the number W? 1 minus I. Amplitude of W we have to find out. This is what the question. So what we have? Okay, according to formula number, property number 1 or formula number 1, amplitude of Z bar is equal to minus amplitude of Z. So let us find out amplitude of Z bar. So what is Z bar? 1 minus I. 1 minus I is Z bar. Z is 1 plus I. Z bar. So we will find out now. This is 1 comma minus 1. This is X, this is Y. Tan theta. Here it is done directly. Tan theta is equal to here. Mode of Y by mode of X. What is Y? Minus 1. What is X? 1. So 1 only. So tan 45 degrees equal to 1. That is theta is equal to 45 degrees. This theta is amplitude of this. Amplitude of Z bar is equal to pi by 4 or 45 degree, and here 45 degree written. Amplitude of Z bar is theta, 45 degree. We have written this one. What we have to find out now? Amplitude of this one, 1 minus I. What is amplitude of Z bar? Z bar is 1 minus I. Amplitude of 1 minus I have written here. This is 45 degree only. Look here again. Theorem. What is one? This one I have written here. Amplitude of Z bar is equal to minus amplitude of Z. Okay. So minus, this is amplitude of 1 minus I. Amplitude of Z bar is equal to minus amplitude of Z. Look here. Amplitude of Z bar is equal to minus amplitude of minus, what is the amplitude of? Minus 45 degree. Look here, amplitude of Z bar is equal to amplitude minus amplitude of Z. Amplitude of Z is 45 degree. So I have written minus is minus according to formula. Amplitude of Z bar I have written as it is. Amplitude of Z bar means what? 1 minus I. What is 1 minus I? Which is 1 minus I? W. Amplitude of W is equal to minus 45 degree. I hope you understand. Amplitude of Z bar is 1 minus I. 1 minus is W. So W I have written. Find the amplitude of the following. Okay. Number 1. Here, look very nice. It is very easy only. Root 3 minus I. So this one you take Z1, this is Z2. So what was the formula? Amplitude of Z1, Z2 is equal to amplitude of Z1 plus amplitude of Z2. This is the formula we are going to apply because Z1 and Z2. So let us find out first amplitude of Z1. Then we will find out amplitude of Z2. So amplitude of Z1 we will find out. So for that, this one in order pair, let 3 comma 3 x y tan theta 1. Tan theta 1 is done because there are two angles. For this one angle we will get, for this also we will get one angle. So first one let us take theta 1, second one we will take theta 2. theta 1 is equal to here, because it is both positive, so theta alpha no problem. When the both positive number, first quadrant theta and alpha same thing, but in second one theta is equal to minus alpha, because here different, here it is same. So modulus of y by modulus of x, so 3 by 3, this is 1, so theta 1 is equal to 45 degree or pi by 4 we can write. So amplitude of Z1 we have got pi by 4. We will find out now theta 2. Theta 2 for Z2 root 3 minus I. That means what? Sorry, root 3 minus 1. Which quadrant? Second quadrant. In second quadrant, what is the value of theta? Theta is equal to minus alpha. You remember? Already I explained in page number 8. It was explained. Theta is equal to minus alpha. So we will let, because this is theta 1, this is theta 2. So here again for the complex number root 3, the corresponding point lies on fourth quadrant. Sorry, fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant. Here, this is theta and alpha same, but minus. Here theta, this is the point, theta and alpha both are same, both positive. Here minus. This is what written. Fourth quadrant. I hope you remember fourth quadrant. So theta is equal to minus alpha. Theta is equal to minus alpha means, now tan we will find out. Tan alpha is equal to y by x. Y is minus 1. That means 1 by root 3. 1 by root, tan alpha equals to 1 by root 3. That means what? Tan 60 degree, yes, 30 degree. Tan 30 degree equals to 1 by root 3. Or tan pi by 6 equals to 1 by root 3. In place of alpha we have got pi by 6. In place of alpha, pi by 6. Now theta is minus alpha. Alpha we have got pi by 6. So theta 2 is equal to minus pi by 6. Theta 1 is pi by 4. Theta 2 is minus pi by 6. Now we will go to formula. This and this equal to. This is already an amplitude of this in Z1 into Z2 equals to amplitude of Z1. Amplitude of Z1 is pi by 4 plus amplitude of Z2. Amplitude of Z2 is minus pi by 6. Pi by 4 plus minus pi by 6, then calculation is done. You understand that. Here plus minus 4 and 6, 12 LCM, then it is done. You can see that. Number 2 actually given division, I think. Number 2, where is number 2? Where is number 2? Yes, 1 minus root 3 by 1 minus root 3i by z is equal to 1 minus root 3i by root 3 plus I. Root 3 plus I. This one actually we will write not this way. Z1 by Z2 is equal to this one. This is what given in question. So we will find out amplitude of Z1, amplitude of Z2. After that we will find out what? We will find out the usually we will apply in the formula. Let us find out first amplitude of Z1. So here this is 1 comma minus root 3 and this one root 3 comma 1. This will be in 1 plus minus plus plus. This is first quadrant. This is fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant, as we have done already, we can understand. This one I am not going to do again. Then here for this one we will find out tan alpha root y by x. This one. After that, here it is done already. Tan alpha equals to pi by 3. That means root 3 by 1 equals to root 3. So alpha is equal to pi by 3. That means 60 degree. But we cannot write 60 degree because it is in fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant, then if it is, then what we will write? Amplitude will be, amplitude of Z1 will be minus 60 degree or minus pi by 3. I hope you understand. Previous time I already explained. This one is in first quadrant. This one first quadrant directly alpha equals to pi by 6. Means amplitude of Z2 is equal to pi by 6. This one I don't think I have to explain again, because theta is equal to minus alpha. Theta we have got, alpha we have got, same thing, minus. In fourth quadrant, whatever you get, you will have to put minus sign. So after that, amplitude of Z1 by Z2 is equal to amplitude of Z1 minus amplitude of Z2. So amplitude of Z1 is minus pi by 3, Z2 is pi by 6. After the calculation only, minus pi by 3 minus pi by 6, calculation is done. LCM is taken. That is related to general maths. Exercise 2.4 we will do in next video. I hope all of you understood. Till then, have a good day.